Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as the King of Scotland here. Just to let you know, this is the first episode I'm recording post the actual release of the Conclave DLC. Other episodes were recorded on the pre-release version, but there shouldn't be any problems. The save copies over fine. It's the same version number as the pre-release version, so everything should be totally fine. Just letting you know where we're at on that one. So in our last episode, we had our first succession. Our father, King Gospatrick, died of severe stress. He had been stressed for a while, and even his late hunting hobby and his loyal hunting dog couldn't give him enough health to keep him alive past the age of 55, it seems. So we're now King Alexander the Hunchback. We do have a discontent council, which is one of the effects of succession with the new council mechanics. We can check out our council here. So they'll be discontent until July 1097, which means they can join factions, which is something we should be aware of. We don't have any factions right now. It's only this Duke of Albany, Prince Duncan, who, of course, disliked my father a lot, and dislikes us a bit, but not quite as much. Also, he's stressed and wounded, though, so maybe he'll die soon. We would still like to revoke his duchy if we can, but we don't have reason to do that right now, and in fact, we probably shouldn't be taking any drastic actions like that while the council is discontented. I think we can probably afford to do the other thing that we'd like to do right now, which is to conquer Tyrconnell. We do have a claimant here with a strong claim, so he'll end up as a double count over here, which is okay. We'll probably be taking this whole duchy at some point anyway, so maybe we'll just make him the Duke. He is Irish rather than Scottish, but it's the same culture group, so there's not a huge opinion penalty there. It's -4. So the real question is whether we want to wait until the council is content again before declaring wars or not. Oh, okay. Well, Duke Duncan has just died of severe stress with uncanny timing. So we have a new Duke of Albany over here who is Donald. He hates us much more than his father did. Well, I guess that's largely because he wants a seat on the council now. Considers himself to be a powerful vassal. So we could decline to seat him on the council, but I think he is our most powerful vassal by a wide margin, so we definitely want to check out the realm tree. We definitely want to... Oh, he's not actually. It's Moray is the most powerful. Never mind. Maybe we don't care about him then. Maybe we can leave him off the council safely and try to appoint a loyalist. That would be maybe a good idea. The problem is, I don't think we know in advance what character people are going to have before we appoint them. I appointed this mayor because I suspected that maybe mayors would be more likely to be pragmatists, which it turned out to be the case for him, and like bishops would be more likely to be zealots, which seems to be the case here, but I don't know if that's 100% true in every case. I suppose if I had to think about it, maybe members of our family, our brother for example, would be more likely to be a loyalist. Okay, I think I'll take the perhaps slightly dangerous strategy of leaving Donald off the council and appointing our brother instead. We'll have him collect taxes. We can, I suppose, make Donald the new commander here, which maybe will appease him slightly. And let's see if our brother is a loyalist. He is, okay. So that theory seems to be, if not confirmed, that's a little more evidence in its favour. Our courtier feels we risk too much with our escapades and tried to persuade me to stop risking my life, but it's such a thrill. Okay, so we'll see if Donald actually joins a faction here. Seems like he is not, okay. I think we'll go ahead and declare war then. Is he content? No? Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on him and see. We'll claim Tyrconnell on behalf of our Earl of Ulster. The council votes yes. Only our Duke of Moray is opposed to it, because he's a glory hound, and this is too weak for us to accrue any glory from it, I see. He would gain a title. Okay, this is our Earl of Ulster. Interesting. And the pragmatists vote for it because It's good for the realm, even if it's not glorious, and the Bishop of St. Andrews has no particular opinion on this matter and has been swayed by diplomacy rating of other voters. Okay. Sounds good. Let's declare. We might want to be a bit careful about this. We're probably okay to raise that right now, actually. We'll have them retreat back across the strait for the moment, though. And if Tyrconnell is wise, they'll raise their troops and put them in Ulster to try to prevent me crossing. But it looks like they haven't done that yet. Actually, in fact, now that there's another strait across from here, we can always just go around anyway. And of course, boats exist, so that's a thing too. But no sign of their army. I guess we'll just march on in. Oh, they're involved in the English war against the Holy Roman Empire as well, I see. Also a tribute. So England has been going around making tributaries out of people a lot, it seems. Pope is happier, that's good. Yeah, I didn't even notice this, I think, before declaring war. But I guess would have been pretty confident that we weren't going to end up fighting England because of this. They don't get called in on the defensive side. I assume it would show that in the war declaration screen now anyway. So nothing much to do except sit here and siege. The downside of this is that we aren't going to be able to fight a major battle against his army because it's not at home. So we'll only be stuck at 99% for 36 months, I think. But maybe we'll be able to fight them at some point. Monks from the nearby monastery have been stopping by to trade for supplies quite often lately. They usually linger and talk to exchange knowledge, so we can gain piety and maybe some learning, or say that the men of God are tedious. And let's gain the piety and learning, why not? Or potentially learning. No learning, okay. And there is a revolt against our new Duke, Donald of Albany. Which, we look here, is just a single county, I think. So what is the dispute here? Oh, it's his war for Albany. He has a claim on the duchy. Fair enough. So we could end up with another new duke over there if he wins. Oh, and here is the army of Tyrconnell. So let's see, I think we'll just leave enough troops over here to continue this siege, which is, I forgot already, 1,400 or so. Uh, 1,800 is fine, and we'll take the remaining 6,000 point leaders, which we apparently can't appoint too many of. I think we might have to remove them from this army. Nope. Oh well, we'll just have to make do with 2 commanders, I suppose. We'll lead the center ourselves then. Shouldn't be much of a battle considering the numbers involved, but hopefully it counts as a major battle for the purposes of this war. And we won. It was worth 24%, so that seems pretty good. Betrothed can marry. This is our niece and the Prince of Norway. Okay. Sounds fine. I suppose we'll pursue this army and try to fight them again. I think I already sent you a message about this, so we'll see. There we go. The man is a coward, that's for certain. He can't fight, shadows and loud noises frighten him, and blood makes him faint. Who is this? This is our courtier who was scolding us about our bravery. I think. So we can say that he's a disgrace and we despise him, or we can tell the whole castle about his cowardice. Seems harsh in either case. We'll tell him he's a disgrace, though, I suppose. Some tech points. Okay, apparently we've lost the army. Wonder if they were heading towards this strait to head back towards their home county. Maybe not. We'll just retreat back up here and see if they show up at some point. Maybe this is a bad idea because we're taking attrition. And also they're back up here. Alright then. Oh, we're taking attrition because we are out of supplies. I thought we shouldn't have been taking it based on the supply limit. So Earl Malcolm of Clydesdale has died a natural death at the age of 73, a pretty good age. But he's no longer Chancellor. I'm presuming the new Earl will consider himself a powerful vassal and want to be on the council. He's content, though, which maybe has some effect on his personality on the council. I think we'll probably just appoint him. Well, actually, he's pretty bad at diplomacy. So maybe we'd like to appoint somebody else instead. Can we afford to have two powerful vassals who are angry about not being on the council? They're not very powerful, comparatively. Oh, I meant to click on him to check out his strength, but instead I appointed him to the council, so I guess we'll just live with that. I guess we'll have him improve diplomatic relations with our duke over here. Okay, so you're headed up to Fife. We'll try and follow. And we won the siege of the top holding here. Bad news from Lothian. Our brother has stirred up some revolt risk while trying to collect taxes. Okay. Guess he would be a better spy master than he would be a steward. Let's see if we can shuffle things around here. Now, our spy master is currently the Earl of Ulster, who is better at it and also a powerful vassal. You are not better at anything else. Okay, we'll just leave things as they are. We do need a new commander, though. I suppose we'll just appoint you. I guess the reason we have so few commanders available now that I think about it is because some of them are on the council and they are leading, or they're doing their jobs rather than leading troops. Alright, so we've wiped out their army. We're up to 87%. I think I'll just go ahead and disband the bulk of this army. We shouldn't need any more because they won't be able to raise any additional troops with us sieging them. Okay, so our courtier here is now plotting to kill us. So, we'll probably just ask him not to, or we could imprison him. Okay, so we can do this even though the council doesn't vote for it, but it will be viewed as an act of tyranny. In that case, I suspect we will be better off just telling him to stop with his plot. I don't think it's worth trying to buy favors or anything to get people on our side in a relatively minor matter like that. Okay, Prince Donald is a little happier. How's he doing in his revolt? 30% in favor of the revolt, okay. So I can see his army here, which is not able to siege. Meanwhile, the revolt army is successfully sieging his capital. So it looks bad for him. Okay, so that gives us 100%. We can enforce demands. Our Earl of Ulster now has this county as well. Which unfortunately does not give us enough land to create the duchy title, since we need 51%. I do remember the good old days when you could create a duchy title with 50%, which made these 4 county duchies a lot easier. We have gained a tithe, which is great. But I suppose it makes more sense to have it be 51%. We should, I suppose, be trying to fabricate on one of these other counties. The assassins spread to Syria. The Hashashin, the elusive order of assassins, have expanded their influence into Syria. A branch of their sect has established itself in the mountain fortress of Masyaf, from where they control the surrounding countryside. All across the Holy Land, the assassins are now hunting those they see as obstacles to their obscure plans. Perhaps they should be taken seriously. Perhaps indeed. Okay, so everyone will be calming down after that. Is the council content yet? The council is content, so we shouldn't have any problems with factions in the near future. So moving our Chancellor over here means we're not trying to improve Donald's opinion anymore, but I don't think he matters that much. He's not too powerful. So we'll just try to fabricate a claim on Tyrone, I guess. Suppose it doesn't much matter which one, since then we can create the duchy title and gain a de jure claim on the 4th county. More tech points from Constantinople is good. And let's see if we can usurp the Duchy of the Isles yet. Nope, the England war against the Holy Roman Empire is still going on. And a big old peasant revolt in Connacht, which is bad for them. Ooh, and France is having a big revolt right now as well. What is this about? Civil war for elective monarchy. Interesting. So England is the only one that has declared on the empire based on their anti-pope. He does have France on his side, though, and the actual Pope, of course. How strong are you, actually? 13k? France has their revolt, so they're probably not actually helping much. He's got 5k, so it looks like the Holy Roman Empire might be at an advantage there. The Pope, not much of a military powerhouse right now. Okay, so obviously our double Earl here is very happy with us because we pressed his claim. I don't know if that makes him likely to be a loyalist on the council. No, apparently he's a zealot now. Okay. Was he a zealot before? I don't think he was. I'm sure he was a loyalist. So I guess their stance on the council can change. Well, of course that makes sense, because when we were a vassal, we're able to change our own thing here. I don't know the term for this, so I'll just call it stance or attitude or something. So we have a new Duke of Albany. Donald has lost his war and been deposed and imprisoned. So it's Malmuir here who is our new vassal. He hates us because he thinks he should be on the council. He is maimed though, so maybe he's not long for this world. Also, he desires the county of Fife, which we are not going to give to him. And we don't have cause to imprison him, which is what we'd like to do. Be able to usurp his duchy title. We'll see. If he hates us, maybe he'll try something against us and give us cause, or we could consider switching to the intrigue focus when we have the chance and maybe try and get something on him that way. Crusader Kings, the name of the game. Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land suffer all manner of abuse and the routes are not safe. In order to protect the pilgrims and secure Jerusalem for Christ and the faithful, His Holiness the Pope has accepted the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. This signals a new era of large-scale Christian holy wars, the Crusades, Deus Vult. Alright, I'm definitely interested in getting involved in some crusades, if and when they happen, so we'll see if the Pope is interested in calling one. Right now we have a granddaughter, or a niece, sorry, this is our brother of course, was born, named Alice, okay. We can appoint our new Duke of Albany as a commander, so I guess we'll do that. So, my guess is the Pope might wait until his war against the HRE is over before calling a crusade. He is a big fan of mine right now, though. I guess we can probably take our wife out of hiding now that I think about it. I didn't actually check if whatever plot was going on is over. It's not over, but she only has 44% plot power and no backers, so I think we're fairly safe there. Let's ransom our prisoner here. I guess we'll just release these other two people. We're not going to get a ransom. We don't have any plots available, maybe. We can revoke the county of Tyrconnell and Inchigal. This because he's a double count, and Inchigal, I guess, because the Duke that holds it, he only has this one duchy, and it's outside of the de jure area, but he holds it personally. I'm not sure if we want to do either of that, though we could hold a 6th county in our domain. So maybe it's worth doing. Actually, weakening the Duke of Moray is probably a good idea, since he's so powerful compared to us. So maybe we'll try and revoke this. Let's see if we can gain support. Looks like we can. Now, he'll probably refuse and we'll have to fight him. His 3.6k versus our 8.7 minus his levy, which is less than 3.6. It'll be, I don't know, I guess we can check this way. That's not the levy that we can raise from him, I think. We can check that here. Yeah, minus 1,000 to our total levy, so we should have a pretty easy war against him, assuming he refuses this. The other problem, though, is this will not endear us to him. He's going to be pretty annoyed about it. I suspect we can probably handle him if he's annoyed for a while. He is still maimed, of course, so he could die soon. So let's issue our revocation order. Oh, okay. Never mind. Rather than risking civil war tearing the realm apart, I have decided to give in to your demand and hand my title over to you. But this treacherous act of blackmail will not be forgotten. Well, we have gained the county, we succeeded with our plots, so that gives us this land as well. Reduces him to 4 counties. And how annoyed is he? Minus 40. I guess we can handle that. He's not going to be able to join any factions anyway because he's on the council. Alright, well, we are out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here for now. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.